Ben, what do most people?
Yes.
Do most people know you from just Jean-Ralphio?
Most people know me from my little
Jean-Ralphio?
role in There Will Be Blood. I played one of the pins in There Will Be Blood in that bowling scene. Yeah.
That's an important scene.
Thank you very much. Do you want to give me the word
Yes.
by word breakdown of what happens?
Yeah, exactly.
That I think is the biggest thing at the beginning for me that kind of broke me, because also I was just a guest star and it just became a thing where people latched onto the character a little bit.
Yeah.
So I lucked out because that was just me being lucky to be in a great show for a little bit, and then it kind of blew up to something bigger.
What do you remember about doing the show? Like, what were there specific days or scenes?
Yeah,
that
well, I remember the very first day.
Stick in your mind.
It was it was like just a paragraph. My whole role was one paragraph at the beginning, and it was an interview. I was going into Ron Swanson's interview, be his assistant. That was the whole scene, and I did the rehearsal. And Mike Schur, who created the show with Greg Daniels, who I'm on a show with now. Greg is doing Space Force with me, Steve Carell, and John Malkovich. But for this, Mike Schur was down there, and for the rehearsal, I did it once, and Mike came up to me and he goes, "We're gonna be bringing you back." And then he went upstairs, so it was like, So before I even filmed my first frame, he gave me confidence to
that's great.
I'm gonna be all right. And he liked what I did enough to he's already writing other things upstairs. And then the best part of that show is we would do it, and then we'd have something called a fun run, which is do whatever you want. We got it already. Go do whatever you want, and I would just go bananas.
Did most of that make it in?
I don't know.
Or was it a mix?
The writers on that show will be one of the most legendary writing staffs of all time. It's like Megan Amram, Harris Whittles was on it, Katie Dippold. It's all incredible people. But there are a lot of there's a bunch of Jean-Ralphio stuff that was just me messing around that got on. Yeah.
And what about Jean-Ralphio would always invade people's personal space
Yes.
and get borderline butterfly kissing
Yeah.
someone else. Do you know what I mean? Was that something that you came up with?
I came up with that, but then when I started doing it and jumping into places, Mike Schur had the idea that, you know what, this character should just appear out of nowhere. So there'll be scenes where like two people are having a conversation and I pop up from behind a couch, which would make no sense. And he's like, "Yeah, I just want you to appear." And we were having so much fun with that. Like my Jean-Ralphio would just happen to be there or just pop up somewhere. But we kept doing like crazier and crazier stuff with him.